Lord, I Can't by C2CO Me with Patriots undergod.com.
Are you feeling like, Lord, I can't? We hope you will find some encouragement in this video titled, Lord, I Can't. I've come to wonder if the Lord doesn't make sport of me every time I use the words, Lord, I can't. I can't wait to ask him. Did he ever answer me with a sarcastic grin and say, oh really? Or was I just assuming on him? I'm joking. However, I do believe the moment we acknowledge our own weakness to him and throw ourselves at his mercy, he is always waiting to be our strength. I've gotten to the place where hearing my own mouth say, Lord, I can't, now makes me laugh. Why? Because if this is his sport with me, he always wins, and in so many different miraculous fashions that I have come to love these moments. I have learned when I can't, he can. And there is grace for every need. And for every weakness or inadequacy I have, there's more grace for it. The first time, after becoming a Christian, that I didn't think I could do what I felt him asking of me was when he told me to go tell the owner of the company I worked at about my new faith. This fella had the persona of the Wizard of Oz. No one hardly saw him or talked to him. He was elusive. He was so wealthy and sophisticated that most felt really intimidated by being in his presence. I did too, but God was teaching me. I finally resolved that if God would pull him out of hiding, I would go talk to him, and I did. It wasn't about my self-confidence, how much wisdom I had, or even if I had the words to say. It was about obedience. He was training me early, not to rely on any merit that I had of my own, but simply have a willing heart to say, Thy will be done. About a year later, God asked me to do something that I would rather have hidden for life than to have done. He told me to get out a pen and paper. I did that. Then he told me to write a letter to someone that I had offended while not right with the Lord. Surely not. I wrestled like Jacob, even laying in the floor saying, God, I can't. I don't even know how. 3 long hours later, it was finished. Those are examples of how it started, but it has progressed to so much more with him. He, through me, has done things in spite of me. We do have to make sure our hearts are saying, Lord, I can't. Please help me. And not, Lord, I can't and I won't. If we say we will not, then we are being like Jonah, and we see him spending days in the belly of a fish, and who knows what the Lord might deem fit for us. But when we acknowledge that we are ill-equipped, unprepared, and lack the human skills or ability to do something while in the same breath calling on him to be our supply, we are in the perfect position to be used by him in ways that we could not do on our own. Beloved, I can't. Please help me, Lord, is the place of immeasurable provision. It's the place of supernatural supply. In Matthew 26 verse 41, we read a phrase that says, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Beloved, if you have your flesh in obedience, the spirit is always willing, and you'll be shocked at what he can do through you from the position of obedience and willingness. 1 Samuel 15 verse 22 tells us that obedience is better than sacrifice. He loves obedience. He can use your simple obedience to change you, equip you, and mold you into a state of readiness for anything he calls you to. You need only be willing and obedient. The equipment you need is completely up to him, and he is able to do exceedingly, abundantly above all that you ask or think. Hebrews 13 verse 21 equip you with everything good that you may do his will, working in us that which is pleasing in his sight, through Jesus Christ, to whom be glory forever and ever. What if it's something new to you, something you've never done? If he is calling you to do it, he already has mapped out all you will need for it. Ephesians 2 verse 10 for we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand, that we should walk in them. God prepares things beforehand. So 2 Timothy 3 verse 17, that the man of God may be complete, equipped for every good work. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9 tells us that in our weakness, his strength is made perfect. Why? Because that is the place where only he can. Beloved, if you're in a place where you cannot do anything, but your heart is willing to obey, stop fretting about what and how you're going to learn, and turn your sights on God, and tell him you are waiting, then listen and obey. Let him teach, train you, equip you for things you cannot do, but he can. Thank you for watching. We hope you found some encouragement in the video, and we hope you'll visit us at patriotsundergod.com.